Drop a like if you love Storage Wars. Hey everyone, welcome back to Film Top. There is no other show like Storage Wars where you're actually paid to rummage through scrap and make insane amounts of money from it too. From old newspapers to yo-yos, the lockers store everything which can change your fate overnight. Be prepared to see 7 finds which will leave you confused. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out. Alright, let's do it. Number 7. The find which made news. Spending $3/4 of a grand on old newspapers might puzzle many, and that is what everyone felt exactly when Dave Hester brought a locker brimming with newspapers. Little did everyone know that Hester had in fact struck gold. All the papers were stamped with a similar date on them, August 16th, 1977, which was the unfateful day when rock and roll legend Elvis Presley passed away. This collection of an avid Presley fan was a piece of history and was worth around a whopping $90,000. Unbelievable, isn't it? Number 6. Toys galore. Remember your younger self walking out of the toy shop with a favorite toy in your hand, which you just got after throwing a lot of tantrums? We certainly felt like the richest beings on earth when that used to happen. Daryl must have felt exactly the same after getting his hands on a locker filled with the holy grail of toys. Not because he's a toy fanatic, but because the whole collection of toys and 3,000 comics was worth 90 grand. Number 5. Night at the museum. It is true that Renee has a streak of discovering high valuable items in the shoddiest of lockers, but he would never have hoped that one day he would scavenge a whole museum. In season 6, Renee and his wife made a leap of faith as they purchased a locker for $3,900. Now the viewers might be confused that the items housed by the locker looked more like Grandpa's sitting room, but in reality the locker was a collector's dream. The vintage grandfather clock, Baroque by Wallace, collectible silver and oil painting worth 8 grand were some of the few crazy expensive items in the locker. Renee was quick to do a mental math on his big fortune strike. The items were easily worth around 50 grand, and never had Renee seen so much potential in a single locker. Number 4. Video games jackpot. If you discover hordes of video games in a locker, it's a win-win situation. They are timeless, and if part of a collection like Renee found, they are pretty much priceless too. In season 10, Renee bought a locker for $1,500. He did not know that a collection of 3,000 video games awaited him. It had everything a video game addict would dream of, from Nintendo 64 to Atari 500 and Sega Genesis. It even had the famous Bubble Bobble game Part 2 on the NES. Audiences were shocked to find out that the whole collection was worth 50 grand. Number 3. Yay Yay. When Jared Schultz and Brandy Passante discovered yo-yos in their $1,700 locker, they were disappointed to say the least. Their bids have not been the luckiest on the show, but this find was going to give everyone a run for their money. Well, the massive collection of yo-yos was worth around $13,000. And now, after so many failed bids, Jared and Brandy would believe that life always comes ups after its downs, just like yo-yos. Number 2. Quad bikes. Audiences and Jared were rather confused at Brandy's insistence on buying a particular locker, so much so that she was willing to spend almost 7 grand on it. 2 more than what she had planned initially. Brandy's persistence was rather puzzling because she was against Hester in the bidding war, who is renowned for increasing the bidding price up and then doesn't end up buying anything. Brandy succeeded in buying the 3 coveted quad bikes, which to her dismay would not start. The couple then went to Milestone Motocross track to get the quads checked, and the quads started to work, and Brandy's perseverance made them score 12 grand from it. Number 1. Headstrong. Barry's optimism took a blow when his $1,525 locker turned out to be totally worthless. It was then when he was caught staring from those mysterious glass eyes mounted on a wooden head. It was a turning head illusion piece, which Barry was not so easily going to give up on. So he went to his friend Dennis for his opinion. Dennis was quick to exclaim spectacular when he saw the peculiar piece. He said that this was an original piece by the Californian painter and sculptor Mike Meadow. The wooden head housed an entire world of its own in there, and a peek inside the wooden head would treat to watch. Even though Barry was told that the marvel was priced at $6,000, he did not want to let go of this find. which was even more confusing for the audience. So which of the finds left you baffled? Let us know in the comments below. And this brings us to the end of our video, and we hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video yet, it's not too late. You can hit the thumbs up. We'll see you soon in another video.